Loading. BustaWrench is on the scene. That's screeching to me. Oh yeah. Bum. Where'd my folder go? There it is.
So yeah, kind of tell us about how you got involved in iRacing. I know we've had two cars before you and like a whole career. I've been in soft racing for a long time, which helped lead to this. I was in the gaming software. Goes to a database, and then you can share that information with everybody throughout the team. And in addition, then it allows the team to be able to decide that so that they can be.
Let's see how the look at how accurate it is. Oh. Haven't touched this in so long, it's got all the old key bindings. Now we just need Reed to pop in. I'm sure he'll be about sooner or later. Hello, Wall. I guess that was a attack that blocked the fronts. Oh, that's an old livery. Yeah, I just gotta be more mindful of the temperature. Wait, fix the wheel. Okay, that should be fine. No handbrake. As much as a push to pass would be nice. They were right, it just wasn't lighting up. Weird, man. So an all-important on the GTP is changing the sway bars, but it's fixed, so you can't. Sucks to be you, man. But I am mapped anyway. No dash on the Acura. Bias. That's usually backwards. Not using the left thumb, and I'm sort of contemplating using that to change the black boxes, because then I have another dial. It's what I was using for on the GTP, changing the recharge. $16 on the force feedback. Probably a bit heavy. It was at 5.4. You know, just tripled. Precisely, in fact. Go on. That's 2. Oh, a double showing. Not triple. Whoa!
We'll be fine.
Did it again. Except this time I knew I did it, so I
Down.
didn't hit the wall. That's Alright, brake bias back. Get a feel for the car, mate. You're not charging yet. What do you do? What do? You go charging, eh? Fair dinkum.
Appears tire, maybe a little loose.
Alright. Concentrating too much on the wheel feel and forgetting my brake markers.
We're retaking a quick hard break. See you in 1 minute.
Like driving on hockey pucks. Patient on those fronts. Hey, we're gonna make turn 1. Hallelujah, brother. Okay. Really is a handful. Both ends. The track's good. 35's a good temp. Not too hot. Could have something to work with. Long straights tend to cool the car off. Oh,
Step 6 is the fastest car on the racetrack. 36.3.
but they haven't fixed the rear end of the Acura yet then. And of course you can't do anything about it in a fixed setup. Drive better. It should be faster, it's loose. Loose is fast.
That was a good lap.
Ooh! Yep. Didn't cut. So half a second up leading into the bus stop.
Good lap, that's what we need.
You see the traction control lights just up blue all the time. Yeah, hold on to it, baby. That's what we needed. That was a better lap. Tires are still saying about 50.
It's a nice lap, man. That was a nice one.
Whoa.
You're experiencing some network difficulties.
Whoa.
If it continues, they may remove you from the set.
What happened there, mate? A good lap. Still lose. Still, they haven't got the temp. But I figure the Acura is good, especially if it gets really hot. Because then hot track's kind of like slick. So cars that do well in the wet do well in the slick, typically. Acura's good in the wet. that's kinder on tires. Doesn't help you when you're trying to get heat into them though. What have you done? Crap everywhere. I just cleaned this up. Really good at twisting up these cables. For some reason, in this little corner, Bluetooth goes to die. No, a Bluetooth keyboard wouldn't help me. I could probably get a Logitech one with their own dongle. That seems to be, but it's based on Bluetooth. Sometimes it messes up. Okay. Not sure what that glitch was. Wheel feels a lot better. We're like double the force feedback we
We'll
were.
be taking a quick ad break. See you in 1 minute.
Still looking up front. Off the wall. That was me. I goosed the throttle to see if it would brake. Guess what? It did. It seems the Porsche is good here still. Usually is. Very well rounded. I don't get on with the brakes for some reason. Not that I'm getting on with the brakes with this, but 50%. I've turned up the brake pressure. It went too far. Fine, we'll try the Porsche.
Wheel feel okay?
I'm gonna try the Caddy. I did the Caddy yesterday. Yeah, Porsche's got a higher top speed too. Oh!
First time here? Smash that follow button to join our wild adventures. Your support helps us grow and brings you notifications when we go live.
Because we invented the tire model for the yellow Anderson, they were able to build their tires quicker and a little bit easier, and so that because the model's becoming more accurate.
Yeah, I mean, the way that it works now, if you've got a new tire that we bought, we try to get our hands on it most times. Everybody's dreading to see what they're made of, and then we also cut a chunk of the trailer and send it off to a lab for analysis. And then it's all the stuff that we need. But again, we just plug that into the model, and for the most part, it works. But maybe we want to tweak it a little bit in order to make it match up better with the way that tire behaves.
Don't forget to take part in our 50/50 raffle night aerodynamic snack shack on Steve and Dale. They got your tickets for you. Remember, everything goes to charity tonight, except for what you take home. Don't forget to grab yourself a polka dot while you're at it. Thank you. Chris, why don't you tell us a little bit about your background? My first project, my big project, was to write software for the race engineers could use to do analysis and stuff like that. So the units for which I hopped into racing before we got there. So the idea for everything was to have that all be database. So instead of having a clipboard that laptop, and as there's no changes on the car, they remove those changes to the laptop, goes to the database, and they can share that information with everybody who has to.
Okay. Not going to miss that race. That's fine. We're loading something in for the coach. We just got Garage 61 access for our data. I've driven this in a while either, I bet. At least the button worked. Brake bias is in the right direction. A win in the Porsche here, actually, in a fixed race. I can't remember if it was IMSA or the prototype. Front left lockup on the way into the corner.
Bombed it in there like a moron.
It did so. Or does it want to put the force feedback to 5.7? 13 is probably a bit strong. Hey, it worked.
We're retaking a quick ad break. See you in 1 minute.
I thought I was gonna get away with one. I think it pulled down like a 90-second lap. So one of the last things I told it was, hey, if the student is 5 seconds a lap slower than the reference time, maybe pick a time that's closer to them. And then have to make sure that it's pulling a lap that the conditions are similar and the fuel is similar. Preferably fixed too. We get the off track.
Fastest car on the track right there, bud. Nice and smooth. You're doing a great job.
That was different. Actually didn't feel too bad. It's still a bit skatey. The track temperature should be good. We'll get the tires in a couple of degrees and they'll be boot, scoot and boogie. Wreck that brake bias back 2 clicks. Brake bias back 2 clicks.
Fastest car on the track, bud. Good job.
Oh! Say T5. Nine is what it should be. I did. Guess I gotta get it to acknowledge improvement. Since we're not doing it by break at 7.5 meters. Yep. Yeah, it's not all too late. In 4. Okay. Some lag? We just went through T9. We just went through T9. And you're giving me updates for T5. Introduced some lag by the looks of it. As it's got the wrong track. That's a cut. But such a fast cut.
Great lap. Fastest car on the track.
Unless it's got its knickers in a twist thinking that's turn 2. Oof.
turn the track.
Why, it's greased lightning.
Take care of your stuff, man. Stay on that track.
We're retaking a quick ad break. See you in 1 minute.
Give yourselves a better opportunity in turn one versus just throwing bowling balls. You have to prioritize your potential before they have maximum grip. Start that practice. Practicing the start looking crazy tough. Practice backing out of the brake the first couple laps, taking this as an experience. Practice tough. One of the most realistic motivating simulation on the planet Earth. www.iRacing.com. Sign up for your membership and pilot 50% off. You can jump into the rookie MX-5, the reverse street stocks, the regular street stocks, not to mention the Pro 92 pickups. For fun or for jumps into www.iRacing.com. Race to see you on the track.
Because of the advancement in tire modeling for inline advancement, we were able to build their tires quicker and a little bit easier. And so that because the models are becoming more accurate. Yeah, I mean, the way to do it now, if you got a new tire with a new model, you try to get our hands on it while there's time. That way it's ready to see what it's made of, and then you also cut a chunk of the tread load so you actually last as long as any car says it will. But again, you just plug that into your model, and the car works. But maybe we want to tweak it a little bit in order to make it match up perfectly with the way they want to do it.
Alright, man, that Porsche felt pretty good. I throw down like a 136. Conditions are really good. 136.3. Okay, so it looks like it, for some reason the reference only had 5 corners, so yeah, that was junk. We'll iterate on that. But now we've got the Garage 61 access, it can actually pull my laps, and then we can do the comparisons and the telemetry compares. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I was getting through the bus stop pretty nice. That one may have been a 1X and a low orbit. The next one was faster. Bit deep. For Melissa. So many windows.
You know, what's interesting is the knowledge from racing translates really well into playing. When you're going downhill, super high speed. I mean, it's all the same stuff. It's what's the line, where do I slow, where am I looking with my eyes. It's all the same stuff. And it's kind of fun.
Follow now for your daily dose of entertainment. One click unlimited fun in your future feed.
Alright. Feeding it the information on the tracks now. So it knows where the actual corners are. You know, instead of guessing.
We're retaking a quick ad break. See you in 1 minute.
It's funny because I mean, at the time, I remember thinking once we got it up and running, and it just seemed awesome. It's like, wow, this is what it's like to drive in Indianapolis. It doesn't get any faster than that. But locally,
Let me.
it's fun to look at some of these things now and see what you do. This goes up, man. It's so complicated.
Alright, so we've rolled the brake bias back. Oh, good. At least 2 degrees. 4 clicks. Biggest problem with the GTPs has been locking the fronts. And that's still going to be the... Might be the old, it could be the new. I don't know. That was T2. Let's give me an outlet to warm the tires up. Whoa, 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 whoa. Way too hot into...
Back it down a little bit.
Oh, it's still got the old tolerance. Turn 5 is what turn 9 is supposed to be, according to the old clustering it had. I guess I didn't. No, I haven't changed the mapping of the Porsche. We did the Acura. You brake a little later. I'm trying to live. Oh, tires are still cold. It'll have full lighting up the traction control, and I'm not full throttle. You can't go full throttle before third. On these tires. I think that's T4. This is T5 coming. Which makes sense because 2 and 3 really aren't corners. Holy crap! It updated to turn 9. Well done. That was late. Nice. That means I can go faster by braking earlier. That's new. Gave it some good. Hey, track map's better. Oh, it's actually T4. Damn it. Just locked the brake into 7. Bring the bias back a couple clicks since we locked the fronts. Must have broke it. It didn't complain about my turn 1. Big cut. Whoa! Power to the people. Come on. Come on. Come on!
You weren't the fastest car out there. Good job.
I use stuff. In the pits. Box, box,
Make sure
box.
you keep that pit road speed and busting a bunch up. 10 away now. 5 away. At your mark now. Turn it, nice and easy. Leave it on me, copy.
In the pits. Oh, that's funny. That's what happens when you've got AI sitting in the seat. Text to speech doesn't always work like you think. Or speech to text, I guess. I need a dash or something from Race Labs to show me all my odometers. I can see which car I have the most miles in. This has got 5,000 K in the Porsche. Session over. How did we improve over the session? This is the debrief. Might have to close out of iRacing to get the IBT file, which will have the tire temps. Try that.
We're retaking a quick ad break. See you in 1 minute.
Briar Reed. Alright, so when doing the debrief, we want to use meters of feet. So the general idea is when you're driving, you don't want to be told brake 5 meters later. You know, if you're at 200 mile an hour. But in the debrief, at the end of the session, when you can say, okay, you were braking here, you need to be braking here, then we can talk meters. I'm trying to also coach it in reference to a braking marker if there are any. Can upgrade the voice. It ran into a bug where it was, well, it ran into an issue where it was going to have a problem talking about some of the debrief stuff. So I said, hey, let's upgrade the voice. Because upgrade the voice. thought we had one. What do we have via Google? Mm-hmm. Not what I want. Try a different voice. Not quite what I was looking for, but it should be a little better than what we had, hopefully. Alright, what do we want to play with? Really mess it up and do the Ligier, but then we've got to do multiple laps to get any good data. IMSA Vintage at Mid-Ohio. Passport would be better. Lotus 79 at Brands Hatch. We have to do some indie anyway. That was them two. I think it was the PCC. Where was PC? Lime Rock.
We're retaking a quick ad break. See you in 1 minute.
What? There's an endurance race coming up? Today is it Thursday? 2-hour race at noon on... No, wait. Tomorrow at noon. I might have to see if we can do that. Of course, 2 hours around Lime Rock could be interesting. Alright!
The follow button is lonely and needs your attention. Join our community and catch every epic stream.
Welcome to Lime Rock Park. This is the new BMW. This is the new voice. Well, it's reusing a Microsoft voice, but it's a different one. Try and keep the car on the ground. It'll lift the front over that little rise if you're not careful. Run about 10 laps.
Not used to drafting.
It looks like my Race Labs has flipped to please sign in, because all the pro stuff's disappeared for the moment. Which is why I can see the radar. It only usually pops up when a car's within 7 of a second or something. A small amount. Oops. Don't have track temps. I just need to relog in. Thank you. Yeah, instead of the just telling you how shit you are, it's acknowledging progress now. Instead of just, you brake late, you suck. You braked early, you suck. Now I'll give you pats on the back. Gearing in this car is funny. Basically, first gear is really short. The second gear is effectively more like first. And it does have 7 gears. You never get to 7th, but you spend a lot of time in 4th, 5th, and 6th, and go down to 3rd for like hairpins.
Good lap, bud.
Yeah. And of course, you don't have a tire. You don't have a tire display. I haven't seen one. So you don't have to worry about that. You just drive the car, which, as a rookie in a D-class car, is cool. You just get in and drive. Now, one of the cool things about this car is that it caters to different levels of drivers, and it's got a power adjuster 1 to 5. Problem is, you can't do it in the car. It's in the setup. And the setup defaults to 1. So if you jump in a D-level race in this car, whoa, people often don't change the setup, just get in and drive, and then driving a car that's underpowered and ECC, they're going to get passed by, end up dicing with the GR86s and the Miatas. still up a... Oh, it's at 9 and it wants to be at... 21.3. We have a new winner. I don't know if I can feel anymore. It's heavier. Doubt it'd be this heavy even if it didn't have power steering. A lot of ways I think LMU's got the edge on force feedback, but I think that's because they have the edge in the tire model. Forms the force feedback. I figure the mechanics, the springs, the dampeners is fairly well known. Where it gets a little murky is flex, chassis flex, things like that. The black magic is in the tires.
We're retaking a quick ad break. See you in 1 minute.
Well, that reminds me, I just have a new project that, well, it's not a new project. I am reminded of a project I need to plan. Oh. I'm not even sure what he means by that. Whoa! Lost the rear end.
Let's make sure we rejoin safely. Car approaching, keep right. Clear.
Yeah, you'd think, right? What do you mean by nice carry through? There you go. So basically make good corner speed. Car gets really light over that hump. Alright, 10 lap stint.
Green lap, keep it up.
Ready for league tonight?
I am. You've seen me practicing in the rain. Walking in the rain and the snow and there's nowhere to go. You feel like part of you is dying. Ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da. Wants to make as she wants to make up. Ooh. Why, thank you.
Ha ha, sweet. I'm looking forward to the sheer chaos that awaits.
Yeah. Thankfully, I've been the designated wet driver in enough endurance races that I suck a little less in the rain than I do in the dry compared. Of course, you still need a little bit of luck and avoiding of spinning cars, but left to my own devices, I can usually survive. If you like this little M2, we gotta go race sometime. Makes a
Well,
good
you got this.
Makes a good little fun car. I think, like, yeah, this track would be fine. Lime Rock's okay. Okayama would be good. Tsukuba would be good. Like, I like Okayama. Oh wait, I was supposed to stop so we can get a debrief. So the bot is now connected to Garage 61 and it's pulling down my telemetry. So it's bitching at me about being slow against my own best lap. Although it found a lap at Daytona that was like 6 seconds faster than my best lap, so everything was sucky. It's like, maybe we don't want to demoralize the driver before they can make progress. Maybe pick a lap that's a little closer to where they are. You know, so they're at least in the right gear. This is a... You know we will. Thanks, I don't know where that got triggered from, but... Get a debrief. Alright, session over, I'm out of the car. Let's have a look, see if you got the IBT file. Ah, we didn't get our corners. Well, that sounds like we didn't get our corner numbers lined up. or only when the session is exited. Trying to see if it gets the telemetry data when you get out of the car, or if it's triggered when you have to close the session. So you only get one, or if you get multiples. That should be it. But if it's still growing, then okay, so if I jump back in, you get a new file, so we're good. I'll be right back.
We're retaking a quick ad break. See you
I
in
just
1
got
minute.
back. Now I'm going to have to put up change the scene and put up a BustaWrench.com logo for when I go to the bathroom so we can promote the site. Go get your free starters card.
I'm gonna stream Crash Cam for League tonight, ha ha ha.
Nice. Oh yeah, if you go to BustaWrench.com and put in your email address, you'll get the freebie. And I'd love some feedback on it. Especially as you've been around it a while, but you're new to driving it. All right.
I shall take a look after I get home and take care of a few things.
Oh, no rush. No rush. It's a one-pager in exchange for an email. It's just a bit of newbie tips. I did just think of a tip that I need to add. Have fun. It is supposed to be fun. Oh, sorry. Put it up to 21.3. You gotta get the wheel straight for that rise, or oh, that's what I was gonna fix. Not supposed to give me feedback on the outlap, Dingleberry. Has it been 3 months already?
Does one of the tips say that the wall is not our friend and it hurts?
It doesn't, because common sense exists. That's what I thought. Alright. I got this. Need to log out.
It's a funny one, though.
It is. It is. I will add it. Which is funny, because I'm working with a friend on a game. And the whole thing about the game is that the main character is essentially a soap bubble.
Hee hee yay.
So they squishy, and they giggle, and they bounce off things. So they don't mind walls. But cars mind walls. I need to... I'm going to try this without shutting the stream. So when I signed up for Race Labs, I had my old Twitch, which is funny because it wasn't a racing. I must have just been signed in as it's my music Twitch. And so every 3 months you have to re-sign into Race Labs. Every 3 months you have to re-sign into, which I have to sign out of Twitch. I have to sign in as my other Twitch. Then I have to sign into RaceLab to sign in, and then I'm good for 3 months. Not that it's a pain in the ass or anything. Alright. Alpine Blue Studios.
That sounds awesome. I run into things a lot. Wish I bounced off more.
There's a couple different games that we're toying with at the moment. I'm just building the character based on the concept. And I shall be building the concept game tonight. That's kind of like Asteroids with Breakout. So the character, you can float it around the map, and it'll bounce off clouds and giggle. You'll see it deform and bounce back in jelly-like. It's very juicy, and it's supposed to feel like a nice warm hug to play. We're aiming for adult coloring book in a video game. We're back.
I love that.
Yeah, my buddy came up with the idea, and he was floored to the point that he had to stop everything he was doing and write it down. And then he called me, and we had a chat about it, and I said, this sounds great, but it doesn't get you out of writing me a documentation to work from. Thanks, Coach. So, he sent me some really cool concept art and like a few different concepts. One's like a Mario world, but Addy's a cloud essentially, or a soap bubble, or a balloon, or whatever you want to say. But you know, it's squidgy and juicy and bouncy, and one of the games is you morph it into different shapes with a wand. The general gist is that you don't win the game, it's you experience the game. So it's supposed to be relaxing. Like I said, like a nice warm hug or a coloring book. Cool concept. Thanks, mate. Oh, I like the update. That's cool. I did say we have to give some praise. Oh, we have to clip that. That's the closest you've been all session. Moron. Outrageous.
I will happily be a beta tester lol.
Yeah, no worries.
Oh no, I didn't hear what it said.
That's the closest you've got all session. Whoa, 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 it doesn't like that at all.
Glorious.
Yeah. Wait. Check your Fs, going through turn 6 now. This is turn 7. Oh, we're getting there. We've made a lot of progress considering it's only been a couple of days. Well, okay, 5. I haven't worked on it every day.
On the YouTube, hit that like button and show some love to the algorithm.
Yeah, something's messed. We haven't hit turn 7 yet. This is turn 7. Alright, thank you. This is fun to slide around this car. It's something that I haven't really got comfortable with the Miata because I didn't grow up with it. My rookie days were in 2008, and the rookie car was a Solstice. And my God, I hated that Solstice. The so the Miata slides, but it feels funny.
A quick ad break. See you in 1 minute.
I just haven't put the time in to get used to it. But this M2 slides similarly, but less. Which is kind of fun. And I really like the Euro NASCAR. That slides actually quite a lot more, but it is predictable and feels natural to me. Whereas the Miata doesn't for some reason. I really don't know why. It's probably just... Actually, I don't know. I just haven't put the time in. Maybe because it doesn't have a V8. I don't know. I don't know. Best lap was a 57.8.
But give me a little input of what's going on in there.
Giving feedback on those corner issues. And that little sliding around I like. I like sliding cars. It's fun. Alright, it's planned to add track maps so we can overlay the telemetry and show this is the corner that this is where you should have braked, this is where you braked on a track map. See if we can add that. Now that we've got the telemetry, we actually have multiple feeds of telemetry. We've got the Garage 61 data, the iRacing live data, the iRacing saved data, which comes at the end of each session. Like 3?
Are you doing the 4 hours of Spa on LMU?
Hey! I haven't been playing LMU lately. I need to get back into it. Like the way the cars feel. And I do like Spa and typically suck less there than at some tracks. When is the 4 hours of Spa? Have to try and get a little team together. There might actually be a way to get me to drive the BMW at Spa. I don't have it in iRacing, but I do have it in LMU. Actually, that could be a good stream for tomorrow. Might stream LMU tomorrow. The coach bot has been introduced to LMU and can read the tire temps, so it can actually give a better, more in-depth coaching
Monday.
as you do laps in LMU, because it's got the tire temps. But it needs training, so that could be fun. All right. Whoops. It broke itself. It's fixing it now. I was fixing the turn issues.
How is your bot coming along, Shane?
Hey, good. We just got access to our Garage 61 data. So we're adding turns and coaching based on you're braking late, you're braking early, you're carrying good speed through the corners. And that was working, but we were having some track issues, so we're integrating access to the wiki so it can get updated data. Basically, all the stuff that you could go pull yourself, I'm pointing at it and feeding in that and saying, you know, you can get the track name or the corner names from over there, so then you can be a little smarter about how you're giving feedback. All right, we'll see. It just did an update. We'll go. We'll find out. We updated the voice. Oh wait, doesn't look like I can get out. I'll have to start a new session. All right. And then that way the debriefing will be a little bit better, and then we'll look at adding a track map so it can point and highlight where you were braking versus where the better lap that you're comparing against is braking.
What coach are you using? Does it work on LMU and is it free?
I'm building it. It does work on LMU, and it's not released.
Is this bot going to be something you sell?
I don't know. Maybe. If I can package it, then it's something, and if there's a demand for it, then yeah, that I would be happy to do so. So essentially the bot's based on, the coaching is based on a book that I wrote that I'm re-releasing. If you go to BustaWrench.com and sign up, you'll get a free one-pager of just tips for a new racer. And then you'll get notified as I update the book and stuff like that. All right, so when you're in the car, it's going to say you're braking a bit late, you're braking a bit early, and it'll coach you into where you need to brake. In the debrief at the end of the session, it'll actually use the meters or feet so that you have a more accurate picture of what's going on. As it had all the corners wrong, 43 meters is actually pretty close. So under the hood, it's basically a Python script that's a Discord bot. In one part, it is reading the iRacing SDK. In another one, it's reading from Garage 61. So if I have to package, so if I package it, it'll be like, okay, for no effort. You get a deterministic engine that does speech to text, text to speech, so you can talk to it in Discord, and it can give you feedback, and it can read your iRacing or LMU telemetry to know your brake, your gas, and whatever, and coach you, and then give you a debrief at the end of the session. Then on top of that, I've currently got an AI sitting with it so that we can train it and make it better. And that's basically the orchestrator chief of staff bot.
What doctor and SR are you on LMU?
I'm a gold bronze. Gold safety B3 driver. But I've only got like 62 races, 2 wins, 10 top 5s, something like that. Like I said, I do need to do more LMU. I'm a fundamentals coach, not a this is how you go fast on LMU by warming the tires the way the game wants you to do it. The closer the sim gets to real life, the faster I get, because I'm not good at cheesing the latest tire model. But learning a track, where to brake, where to turn in, how to stop the car from spinning out, how to learn and how to improve, I'm pretty good at that. Cool. Let's go see what it's got to say. Oh, wait, I gotta had to jump into a new race because that session finished. All right. We were at PCC.
We're retaking a quick ad break. See you in 1 minute.
Yeah, but there are only those on Twitch. Those on YouTube are still here. Why is it spinning? If in doubt, turn it off, turn it back on again. Essentially, it started as a thought experiment. Could I build it? And feed it data to make it useful. So far, so good.
Hi.
Hello, welcome in. Internet goes slow. Did iRacing have an issue?
Mine is taking forever to log in.
Yeah. Mine is too. Maybe they're having a issue. Let's go to Reddit.
I've been testing my new wheel and oh my god, my wrists.
What'd you get?
I am min.
Okay. Maybe it was just a glitch. Yep. Still slow, but it's made it past the first hurdle.
I bought a used Magic Alpha Mini for $200.
Oh, bargain. You know, you can turn it down in iRacing and leave it full on in the Sim Magic. What I've been messing with lately, because I had my settings wrong. I was using a preset, which I think was an Assetto Corsa preset, and it had two settings
What's
that
the fun in that?
were way high, and also had wheel centering on, and removing that has made a remarkable difference in how I feel the car, which has been wonderful. So I've been able to turn it up. I'll use the auto and then turn it down from there. All right, we are back in. I kind of want to do the Portimao 1000, but I don't like driving the cars. I don't like I have the HPD and I've got the Corvette. I have the Ford. I don't like driving any of them. Probably the Ford would be the best. Corvette's not bad. I just wish it would rev more. All right, we were doing. Oh, who's that? Aragon? Which Aragon? GP. Damn it. All right, so PSA. Motorland Aragon Alta is one of the best layouts in iRacing. Doesn't have this come around the hairpin, you sweep and you go straight down the hill looking at this great panorama. You don't get the extra down to the hairpin because it sweeps earlier than that, but that's fun too. Actually, let's get this. I'm gonna go do it in a minute because I love that track. Got to do some indie practice. Where are we? 2:30. Okay. Get Lime Rock out of the way. Just so we can make sure that the corners are the corners where they're supposed to be, and the update that we did is actually working. And the method it has of pulling the data from the telemetry to build the corners, it should be able to do the other tracks. Smart little cookie that it is. But yeah, basically it's a deterministic engine. So when you trigger it is in one hand reading the telemetry data, so it knows if you're having a lock-up, or by doing speed differential to your wheel differential, it can tell whether you're having a traction issue. And then it would ping you and say loose or tight, and that's basically a correlation mark that you come back and say tight. And through that, we were able to work out that it was making a meal of the data, and it was not accounting for some rotation. And so when it was getting, that's how we were training it. So it was bad. Now it's better. Now we've got some additional information so it can match the current lap versus a previous lap. And so, like, access to Garage 61 your data to pull your own lap back. So that's something that if we added that would be someone you basically would have. All right, here's the basics, and then if you want this, and this, you have to, here's your Garage 61 API key, you need that. Here's a key you need for that. Here's a key you need for that. Otherwise, you get this functionality. And that way, there's no ongoing cost. Which would be wonderful. All right. Drive the slidey boy around and try and keep it on the track for a few laps. We're at 21. I need to drop that. So that's a bug that's been reintroduced somehow. In a version like 2 days ago, on the outlap, you're supposed to hold comments until after we get pressure into the tires. Yeah, it's supposed to not talk as much. It's and it's supposed to respect the fact that you're on an outlap and you haven't got the tires up to temperature yet. And so what it was doing 2 days ago was it'd wait 2 to 3 laps off for you to say that the tires were up. There's not really any point telling you you're braking too late or that you have an oversteer moment when you're trying to warm the tires up.
About this tight thing, what does it mean?
Tight is push. Understeer.
Like, what does it mean that car is tight?
So when the car is tight, you hit the tree with the front of the car, and when the car is loose, you hit the tree with the back of the car.
I get it. Thanks, C.
On your right. Still there. Clear him, clear.
So the Stang is both.
Yeah, also the GT3s have this quirk, especially on some of the paid setups where they've got the preload on the diff cranked right up. If you go to the... Thank you. If you go into the garage and mouse over the preload and the diff setting, it'll actually tell you what they do in a mouse over. But by cranking up the preload, it basically allows you to drive out of the corner better. But
Doing a good job, you're doing a good job.
if you're a little ham-fisted and you like to roll the corner, or if you get on the gas, shut up, too early, it goes to push snap, so it'll be tight off and then it'll snap on you. And that's happens if you get on the gas too early and have too much preload.
We're retaking a quick ad break. See you in 1 minute.
Six. Seven. Lag. Okay, got it. if the car is obviously off the pace,
Probably
don't.
the Stang is just something I cannot drive. It's insanely annoying car.
I'll be doing some laps in Indy in the Mustang in a minute, if that helps. If the car is obviously off the pace, don't hammer the driver with braking comments every lap. We were also getting corners late as you were commenting every corner, and it took too long
check.
for each comment.
Hey, Shane. Want to talk to you, buddy.
Hello?
Hey, Shane, did you adjust your setup in the garage before going out?
Yeah, I was I'm working with a program that I'm working on and had cold tires. So yeah, no, it's just slow. I got P5 on.
All right, yeah, just double checking.
Yeah, good to know. It is a gotcha in this car.
Yeah, I just like to, anytime that, I like to see people in the BMW. Most people don't know that it's got a Power 5. I just like to spread that info,
Our YouTube channel.
I
is
appreciate
packed with
that.
content you can
That's a
see
good
anywhere
community,
else. Check
good
it
culture
out.
move.
Link.
All right, mate. GG's. Have fun. Good luck out there.
Thanks, mate. You too. All right, so it's going to put in a cooldown, so you're not hammering the poor driver with, and then if you're off the pace, it's just going to say, "Hey, dude." All right. Very good. It's fixing that. All right, see if we can go faster. Got to get into the 56s. I was 3 seconds off the pace, so that is understandable. That was nice, though. I appreciate that. Between my yammering, the coach's yammering, and me cranking up my force feedback so it was 4 times normal, there was a lot going on. I forgot to add the... Let me get him to fix that. Okay. We had a gate that prevented coaching while the tires are cold.
Loving the chaos? Hit that
We've
follow
lost
button
it.
and never miss our wild adventures. More
Bang.
epic shenanigans await your return.
Braking bucket. Comments on the not cool. Bad butt. Fix it. You're right. Yeah, I know I'm right. Designed it. A little bit of peach tea. Flavored water. So I've had these plans for years, and at least months, but finally getting some stuff built has been good. I wrote the original book 10 years ago. Closer to 12. So it was time for a glow up, right? Okay. Relaunching, but with gate live. Cool. That's in second. First gear in this car is useless. But I imagine it's really, really good if you're in the snow, maybe? Or on a mountain? If you're a pot goat, tires are cold. Tires are cold. That was a better response. Feels better.
Oh, yeah, that was a good lap.
That's a crappy corner, Shane. Jeez, mate. Ain't a mean like that, I tell you. Jeez Louise. Yeah, a little straighter would be good. There are cars you can take that flat. I'm not there yet with this. Yeah, I'll be able to push. Yeah. Broke the
Earl,
car,
you see
Dad.
oil running out of it anywhere? Seems to be, sir, yes. Fuck. Still running, man? You need to push.
I need to push. Checking the data and how the coaching went.
We're retaking a quick ad break. See you in 1 minute.
Alright, let's try something else. We gotta go Indy. In the rain. In the Mustang. Want to see Slippery. Let's see if Yang has updated the weather. Yep. Alright. Wish you could make it a race. There was a program around that used to do that, but they shut off the hooks it was using. Ah! There we go. We just found an update for it. I don't know if we're taking into account that it's wet. Hello!
Wet Stang sounds awful.
Sitting down is good. Wet weather in the Mustang's not bad. Alright. Weather. the loop. You'll be right, mate. Yeah, staying, it's alright. You just gotta use the tools you have. Hands, feet, ABS traction control. And typically the biggest problem, and I do it too, is coming out too fast and trying to hit your dry weather markers. So sailing past into the wall. Something they don't show on TV is the cars going out and warming up. What do we got? All right.
We are
Already.
on normal tires.
Oh, gotcha. Well, we already did this, but dry running as well.
Go, man, go. Hard, hard, hard.
Not supposed to tell me that on the outlet, man. Okay, it's working on making sure it doesn't give me dry weather braking markers in the wet. Oh, the river. This track looks like it was wet from clean, so that makes it easier than if it was rubbered in and then rained. And then you have to change your line. Take the non-rubbered in line. For those who are great at just missing the apex, that's usually where their wet weather line is. Maybe that's why those of us who aren't blessed with speed and hitting every apex do better in the rain. I hadn't gone through turn 1 yet.
Rain is not my friend.
It's a practice thing. I don't know, I could joke and say that this is what the iRacing tires used to be like in the dry, so I've got experience. There's some truth to that. But it's more that people don't like racing in the rain, so they don't do it a lot. And so when they have to do it, they're hating it, and they haven't practiced. I ended up being designated wet weather driver in a couple of endurance races, so I ended up with many, many hours consecutively running in the rain. I just learnt to relax with it, and I just suck a little less. But I do tend to be more competitive in the wet.
I like trying out the straight of rain, but consistent rain I just don't get.
That's the iRacing's had this issue for ever since they put rain in, that you end up with conditions that they'd red flagged the race, but here we are trying to pound through rivers. If it's just like a wet track, like a normal wet track, or spotty rain, which this is light rain, and then goes to spotty rain later, that's much more pleasant. It's still going to be, you know, rooster tails if you got cars in front of you. Aw, thanks, coach. Turn 11, but thanks anyway.
Oh, yeah, that'll be the last.
Thanks. That's like ice. There's no grip on that paint at all.
We'll be taking a quick ad break. See you in 1 minute.
Oh! Yeah, stay off that paint.
Not bad, man, not bad.
This is fun. Most people think it's a nightmare, but this is actually fun. Gonna break a lot later there. Number one rule for racing in the rain is stay off painted surfaces. And I guess the second bit of advice is that walls hurt, courtesy of Mandy. Walls bite back. Oh, got a second and 1.6 off. Go Shane.
That lap was a really good lap, man. Good job.
I didn't hit turn 1 yet. What track are you talking about? Go, Silver Sovereign! Go, you good thing! Woohoo! Got watch liked it. Goes on camber, off camber. Through that
Good, man. That's what you
tricky in the wet. Now let's turn the traction control off. Oh, we can't. We're going to go down to 8. Wet weather mode. You punch it through the traction control, but it doesn't like it. Sorry, sir. I'll take my stop and go now. Oh, I didn't get a black flag. Well, I guess it's a testing. It's a testing session. You don't get the black flags. Go back 1. There we go. Trying to see if it looks as slidey from the outside as it felt from the inside. Also check the wiki. Telling me I had 6 corners. It's like, nah. There's more than that at Indy. It's more than 6 corners, man. Come on. Because it's fun. It was alright. And that's, you know, that's a fairly wet track. Moderately wet. Give me a percentage. But moderately wet, according to the race lab overlay. But, you know, with standing water in places. Blubbered the wet, dry with the wet. Rookie mistake.
First time here? Smash that follow button to join our wild adventures. Your support helps us grow and brings you notifications when we go live.
Where are we on?
We're taking a quick ad break. See you in 1 minute.
I think that's the right one I want. Yeah. All right. I think we're ready for the race tonight now. Got some good work done. Found some bugs. Progress was made. All good. We'll find somebody to raid. So yeah, for general tips for race raining is back the corners up, coast more, treat it like you're fuel saving basically. Lift and coast, so when you're braking, you're having a better go at it and you're not getting any overlap with the pedals. And use your traction control. And practice. Huh. Nice.
Thank you for following Toby.
A new follower.
Hey, Toby. Thanks, mate. Interesting.
Hey bud, good luck. Rain's gonna be sketchy.
I like the rain. Bring it on. I'm driving a Mustang because that's how much I like the rain. What are you going to be? Porsche or something else?
Me too. Screw that Porsche. I am using Adelaide's setup for it. Feels good in the wet.
Yeah, let me know how you like it. I can slide you a setup tonight if you like. I've got I'm using an Apex setup from last year because I didn't renew this year. And it feels fine. I just ended up throwing the wets on, and I think I even touched the sways. It was fine. Now, if it gets wetter, a little bit more wing. But Indy's pretty stop and start. Now, except this section. Actually, he's at Indy. All right. We'll be back soon.
Okay, well likewise I can send you the Adelaide one to try. Haven T touched it, 54 bias, 8 traction control I think is the lowest. Catch you tonight.
That was a party of 8. Oh, Alpine Blue because I didn't change it back to Buster. Ha ha. Funny. Hilarious.